We get together here on Wednesday evenings and talk about the early days of single sideband. A lot of us are on vacuum tube radios. Sometimes folks come by on hybrids, and folks come by on modern radios, and they're always welcome if they're interested in what we're doing. If you've got buy-sell trades to list, let's keep them limited to vintage radios. There's plenty of other places you can trade your modern stuff, but let's trade boat anchors here. This is a great place to ask a question about a radio you're working on. You might need some pointers or some direction as to what might be the cause of some dilemma. There's a lot of expertise present here, and you might get some really good advice. Okay, I'm going to call the first maybe 7 or 8 people. I've got about 15, 16 calls written down here that are early. We'll go through those. We'll try and pick up all the earlies before we take new check-ins. And if you were an early and you were forgotten about by the net controls, jump in and say, "Hey, y'all forgot me." Okay, here, let's see, what do we got? How about KL7CD? Mike, you want to talk a little bit? Let us know if you want to take some check-ins later, K5LYN.
Okay, Lynn, thanks for letting me in. My name is Mike, Mexico, India, Kilowatt Echo. I'm in New Braunfels, Texas. Been in the Helicopters twins with the power supply and speaker. It runs into an SB220 by Heathkit. I got that running into a Johnson Viking Kilowatt Matchbox. Running about 1-to-1 right now, feeding 450 on the ladder line up to my horizontal loop. That's 455 feet in length, so I can work 80 meters on up to wherever. Appreciate you letting me in, Lynn. I'll turn it back to you, and I will take, let me get down to where I'm taking automatic check-ins. No calls here, I haven't kept track of it, and I'll try to work a few, okay? A5LYN, KL7, Charlie Delta.
Outstanding signal, Mike, and always enjoy your presence here on the net. We said we were going to say hello to, I think his name was Steve, wasn't it? K5S, no, I got that wrong. KG5JL. Bob, hey, you still around?
Yes, sir, I am.
Well, tell us a little bit about your station. You said you'd worked on some vintage radios. Tell us a little bit.
Okay, well, I'm in Richardson, Texas here. It's Kilowatt Germany 5, Japan Lima. I've been on here before occasionally. I've been pretty busy. I owned a manufacturer's rep company, and I retired a little while ago. But I'm on an old Helicopters SR150 right now. I restored a few years ago. And one of the questions that came up in my mind is I'm right in the process of doing a Collins, not restoring it, well, kind of restoring it, I guess. It wasn't too bad a shape, but it's a 30S1. And some guy decided to carry it around in its history by putting the face of the linear against a dolly and messed up the front panel door. I repainted that, but in the process he broke the script 30S1 on the bottom right corner of it, and part of it's missing. I don't know if anybody might throw it. That'd be a long shot, but if anybody has one of those around, boy, I'd sure be getting a hold of them. The other option would be to try to, what's broken off it is that on the front of it is kind of a long bar before the 3 starts, or the 30. And anyway, so that's what I've been doing. I've got an S-line. I'm not running that right now, but it's an old original S-line, round emblem. And I won't hold it up too long. I got to jump over to 3805 with some friends here later, but I'll stick around for a while, guys. Nice meeting everybody again. KG5JL, back to net control.
Okay, Bob, do you know there's a Collins email reflector? Are you involved in that deal?
I know about it, sure. I've been on it, and I've asked on around that, never got an answer.
Okay, well, that was my only thought. WA5MTT, one of our net members, has a couple of 30S1s on the air. I doubt that he has any spare parts, but that's the only other connection that I know of. So good luck with that. That sounds like that's going to be a hard one.
Yeah, it is. I thought what I'll try to do if I can't find one, I just kind of wanted to make it look right, so I thought maybe I'd try to glue something on it and maybe try to hand do it and respray it silver or something. But I don't know why they didn't do it from the backside, but boy, they did it up the door all over. Luckily, they didn't touch anything on the top of it. So all the original top is all original and really mint condition. Thanks a lot for letting me in, KG5JL.
Okay, Bob, a 30S1 is a handful no matter what you're doing. I used to have one. Beautiful signal on the Hallicrafters. That's 2 Hallicrafter stations in a row, by the way. And I didn't say, I'm on a Central Electronics 20A here that I have configured to transceive with a Hallicrafters SX115. So I'm half Hallicrafters tonight, and it's driving 460Q5's homebrew grid-driven amplifier. All right, moving on. WB5TXW, talk to us, George, K5LYN.
Well, howdy, Lynn, and all around the net from WB5TXW for the finest hour or so of amateur radio for the week. Good. The Google truck's on the way just now, I hope. Lots of noise here today, Lynn. It's they call it progress. Okay. On the S-line, 32S1, 75S3, the 30L1 power supply, the speaker box, all with wings on it, on them, so you know they work better and they will never blow up. Sure 444 up to the 75-meter dipole. So I think everything is working. That's it. Over.
Excellent audio, George. It sounds great. Anything else for the group this evening?
That's it for now. Just enjoying to sit back and listen to real radios on a real radio. WB5TXW back to net.
Okay, now we're going to hear the question of the century answered. Hey, N50JB, Denver, tell us about that S-line, K5LYN.
All right, Lynn, this is Denver, N50JB. I'm in Gonzales, Texas, and I'm talking to you on a 32S1, listening to you on a 75S1, and I have the, what do you call it, a console, station console, 312, 314, B12, B2, or B12 anyway, console, and they're all winged emblems. And this and I'm using driving an NCL 2000 built by National back in the 60s or 70s. No, it'd be in the 60s. And it's it runs a pair of 8122s, getting about a kW out of it. And this radio, I've been aggravating y'all about. Lynn has asked me, I don't know how many times where I got it, and Jay has too. And I made a mistake tonight. I told y'all that I got it from a guy who's been running a 520 quite a bit, and I threw Jay off. But it's not a 520 he runs an 830. And he's east of me in Houston, Texas. And I just happened up on this. He had run it on QTH. And his name is Dan. So now you know where the radio came from.
Well, Dan doesn't know what he let go.
Well, it took me a while to get the right microphone for it, but I finally did. And I forgot to tell you, I'm running all this stuff into a fan dipole, inverted V fan dipole, and the apex is at about 30 foot in the air. So back to you, Lynn.
Outstanding, Denver. Beautiful signal, and that did solve a mystery. I would not have guessed that because I don't remember him having that around, but apparently that was the case. All right, Denver, good to know. Anything else for the group this evening?
Oh, nothing. Just aggravate Lynn every once in a while and put him in the barrel where he tries to figure out something.
Yeah, it's like a bottomless pit sometimes. Catch you around, Denver. Let's see if Henry's still lurking over there. How about it, Henry? W5HHW, K5LYN.
Okay there, W5HHW. This is Henry in Brownsboro, Texas, up here in East Texas. I'm on a Kenwood TS 800. Probably a vintage about 1970, a little 4 to 520. and running inverted V, and amplifiers and homebrew built by yours truly, and the tubes are a pair of 4CX 600s that I got from Sammy. And that's about it. They're running about right close to a kilowatt right now. But that's about it. Everybody have a good afternoon. Back to net controlled.
Super signal, Henry. What'd you say the approximate year is on that station?
Now, ask that again.
Well, about what year was that station dated to?
I believe the TS9 800 or 900. I've got Kenwood here. I'll say 800. Maybe I told you wrong. It's before the 520. I'm thinking about 1970, 71.
Okay, so it's really an old one then. 6146 is in the final, probably?
Oh, no. I didn't tell you what was in the final. I'll skip that. It's a pair of 6 LQ6s, about 800 volts on the plate. The tube driver is a 12BY7A, and everything else is solid state.
I didn't know they used sweep tubes in those. Well, I'm a sweep tube fan, obviously. You're hearing 4 of them, 4.6 DQ5s right here. Beautiful signal, Henry. Great to hear you. Anything else for the net tonight?
Not a thing, Aaron. Appreciate it. You guys have a good afternoon, and back to net.
Outstanding. Okay, hey, Lyle, K5LT, talk to us, K5LYN.
Good evening, Lynn, and everyone on the net. This is Lyle, Lima Yankee Lima Echo, K5LT, located just outside of Bernie, Texas, about 30 miles north of San Antonio in the beautiful Texas Hill Country. And doing good tonight. Glad to hear everybody on here. Everybody's sounding great. A little bit bad, but not too bad tonight. Running the usual tonight, running the Heathkit SB101, going through the Heathkit SB221 amplifier, out through a double extended zip, instead of running through the cedar trees. So, nothing too new here. I missed it last week, so sorry about that. And unfortunately, I'm going to miss the swap meet in Marion this weekend. Got to make a trip to A&M, go see my daughter, and get to see her riding in the Calvary for the first time. So looking forward to that. So that's about it. Back to you, Lynn. K5LT.
All right, we'll miss you this weekend. Be careful on the road, Lyle. Great signal tonight. All right, I'm going to pick up DK, CXG, and KC5L, then I'll give it to Jay, because I want to talk another Central Electronic station here. W5DK, talk to us, Don.
Well, hello, Lynn, everybody. Down Delta Oscar November, I got it out. North of San Antonio in Spring Branch, Bulverde. Hope everybody's doing good. Good signal tonight. I'm on the same old Drake TR4 transceiver, and I've got the L4 amp pushing the limit, and it's out to a double extended ZEP antenna, and using the plain old shiny D104. Don't have much to add. Hope everybody's doing good. We'll see y'all Saturday, maybe, Marion. And somebody talks about the SARC possibilities. The SARC Hamfest could be in June also here somewhere. No place set yet. So keep your ears open. Back to you, Lynn. K5LYN and the net, W5DK.
Excellent signal. And you know, the band has quieted since I first came in. Maybe things are getting better, but beautiful out of your TR4 there. I think that might be my favorite Drake station, all in all. Moving on, KA5CXG. Hey, Bob, talk to us.
Okay, Lynn, KA5CXG, Bob out here in West Texas. Well, we got lots of static for some reason. No rain, sure got static. Not much going on around here differently. Just looking forward to spring. I'm going to change my antenna out there to replace on the lake. Going to change that antenna a little bit, make it longer, make it easier to work boat anchor net and stuff like that from out there. Other than that, we're not doing too much. I haven't got any new boat anchors to talk of. I've got enough old ones. Sometime this summer, I'd like to put that Marauder on there. They've got out there and see how it does, but I'll have to get in the mood to do that. You have to get in the mood to just pick one of them up. Anyway, that's about it. Everybody have a good week, and everybody is sounding extremely well. I'll catch y'all later.
Okay, Bob. The Marauder is a handful. You know, I had one for a while, and it can sound good, but it takes both feet and both hands at the controls to keep it going. So keep us posted on that project. Okay, I said I was going to talk to Tom, KC5L. Tom, you're going to be the last guy before I give it over to Jay. Over to you, K5LYN.
Hey, good evening, Lynn, and the Boat Anchors Net. Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. And thanks for picking me up. Your 20A is got a great signal here in San Antonio. We're on the usual tonight here, Central Electronics 200V with a D104 microphone, and that's driving a Central Electronics 200L amplifier doing about 300 watts into a Johnson KW Matchbox, and the antenna is a homebrew doublet up about 15 feet. And so that's about all I have this evening. Back to you, Lynn, KC5L.
All right, Tom, great signal out of the Central Electronics station there, and I think you know I'm going to join you with the amplifier as soon as we get our paths crossed with Nick down in New Orleans come October. Okay, Jay, I'm going to switch stations here. I've got WB1E, WOZ, XP, MOK, Danny, I'm not sure I can read my writing, Danny, and SED. That's what I got here. Over to you, Jay, K5LY, and I'm switching horses.
W5OMR. Okay. Now I'll put Jeff on the... Well, Jeff, you're mobile, so I'll just go ahead and take you as soon as I do my thing here. Let me see. This is Jay, KM5QS, and helping out with the net control duties on the Boat Anchors Unlimited, coming to you tonight. I'm speaking into an Electro Voice 664A that's going into that Kenwood TS820S, and I'm listening to you on the Kenwood R820. I've got them rigged up in transceive configuration, so you might say I've got one of the very, very few sets of Kenwood 820 twins in existence at any rate, whatever that means. Using a Kenwood TL922 amplifier, homebrew antenna tuner, balance, open wire line, 160 meter dipole, and there we go. And I thought I heard a W5OMR out there. Go ahead, Jeff.
Thank you, Jay. KM5QS and the Boat Anchor Net from W5OMR Mobile. Running the Kenwood TS2000, that's not a boat anchor. Running the Horsepower 2 transistor amplifier, that's not a boat anchor. Running the Buckcatcher antenna, which is a boat anchor, but it's one of the newer ones. And I am about 10 miles west of Junction, Texas. Towards San Antonio. Good to hear everybody on everything that you're running tonight, and y'all all sounding good out here in the Mobile. And we'll just keep it short and get it back to you. It is beautiful, dry, very clear out here, but I understand that there's noise out in East Texas, and I looked at the radar, and there's thunderstorms over there, but as far as I can tell, I haven't seen no rain all the way up to Carlsbad, New Mexico, all the way back. It's been pretty weather. 61 degrees in New Mexico and 81 degrees back in Ozona, and 76 now as the sun's going down. And it's supposed to get down to the 50s tonight out here. KM5QS, there's the Boat Anchor Net from W5OMR Mobile.
WD5, how are you all?
Okay, just a second. Anyway, Jeff, yeah, you're sounding fine down here in the mobile. And you're fixing to go downhill, and then pretty soon you go past the Loves, and before you know it, you'll be in Bernie. Anyway, have fun out there and be careful. It's not raining that I know of, so thanks for checking in, and we'll catch you later. Who is the station that just checked in?
This WD5, am I too late to check in?
No, sir. Was it WD5 question mark?
That's Whiskey Delta 5 India Uniform Oscar. IUO. The name's Larry.
Okay, Larry. Yeah, we'll get to you in just a couple of minutes. We got a few people, but I got you on the list.
Roger.
Alrighty. Let me see. Next on my Hall of Fame. No, that's not what I meant. Anyway, next on the list is Doug with WB51E. Go ahead.
Hall of Fame. Wow, I didn't know I was so compelled to be noticed that well. All right, hello everybody on Boat Anchor Net. This is Doug over here in Aggieland, Bryan, Texas, and yeah, Jeff, you're nice and loud. S9 noise level, and you're 20 over, so no problem. Anyway, on the Swan 500 tonight. And, but Jay, by the way, that Electro Voice microphone sounded fantastic. So, yeah, I'm always looking for another Electro Voice 638, and that's how this station began. This is an old Heathkit mic. I'm looking for another one. I'm good on QRZ under Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo. The Swan 500 is 100% stock, with the exception of one Muller 12AX7 tube that I popped in there. With a stock power supply, it's a great-looking radio, and it works great, too. Homemade, I didn't build it, an 88.7 amplifier. I'm doing legal limit, and it's going up through a 100-foot piece of RG213 to a homemade 4-to-1 Ballon, and a inverted V-cut for this frequency. So that's the lineup, Jay. And yeah, those Kenwood twins sounding good. Don't know if I'm going to be at the Hamfest this Saturday, so I got plenty of projects to keep me busy, but I'd sure love to drop them and head down. All right, Jay, thanks for picking me up. This is WB1E, back to net.
Okay, Doug. Well, it's going to be fun. I hope a lot of people show up. If we have a good enough turnout, they may decide to turn this into a yearly thing. So we can never have enough tailgates, Hamfest. Anyway, okay, Doug, we'll talk to you after a while. K8WOZ, the guilty party. Dan, the one that let Denver have the Collins. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Jay, and all the other boat anchor collectors and disposers of, or whatever. This is Dan, KWZ, downtown Sanctuary, City of Houston. Not on a, well, I don't know, it's old enough to be a boat anchor. It's an ICOM 751A. It's in beautiful shape. But I'm driving a homebrew amplifier that's built into a Collins cabinet. It's got a pair of 572Bs, and it's got my brand newly manufactured power supply sitting next to it, so at least part of it's a little bit vintage. One other quick thing here on Hamfest, sidewalk sales, tailgates. A fella sent me a notice that Baytown, Texas is having a Hamfest complete with exam sessions, tailgate, the whole bit on April the 24th at St. Mark's Church. So it said to call a guy ahead and let him know if you're going to tailgate, so he'll save you a spot. So I'm going to do that tonight or tomorrow for sure. Anyway, April 24th, St. Mark's Church in Baytown. It's a hop, skip, and a jump for me. Anyway, that's it. We're just running a hand mic on this thing tonight. That's about it. Got lots of projects. Fixing a few here and there, and breaking a few more here and there. My next project is to figure out how to boost the output of this Kenwood 520 VFO to where I can drive that Central Electronics a little bit better and get more than about 4 watts out of it. I do have a VFO that works with it, that puts out about 15 watts. I've talked to a couple people with it, but it drifts and moves around so bad that I want this Kenwood thing to do the job. I just can't figure out how to boost the output yet. Anyway, that's it from here, Jay. Thanks for letting us in, KWZ.
Alrighty. Well, just whatever the drive transistor is in that thing, just get one that puts out a little more power.
That's the thought.
Just like they used to do in some of the old Nasty Word Citizen band radios, just a little, anyway, never mind. Tweak it up. Is that all you need, Dan?
Yeah, I think so. Thank you.
Okay, just, I don't know. I'm always good with coming up with ideas. Now, getting me to complete a project, that's a whole other story. All righty, Dan. Catch you in a little bit. Let me see. AG5XP. Kenneth, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for picking me up, Jade. This is Kenneth in Central Texas, little town called Brownwood, AG5XP. Tonight we're on a helicopter, an HT-32A transmitter, going out a HT-33A amplifier, going to a 2040 tuner with a D104 microphone, and I'm receiving on a Kenwood TS530 out the old dreaded G5RV homebrew antenna. That's about what we got down here. So KM5QS, back to net, AG5XP.
All righty. Well, thank you, sir. Sounding fine down here. Static's beginning to ease up a little bit, but it's coming through anyway pretty good. Thank you, sir. N5MOK. How about you, Mike?
Jay, you're sure down the band.
Good evening there, Jay. Everybody on that. It's Mike up in Kilgore, N5MOK. Tonight I'm on my old TS520. The microphone's MC660. And going into a SB220 amplifier. We get SB220 with a Heathkit tuner, the 2040 tuner. And went to this old inverted V, old hunk of wire stuck out there. Supposed to be an old temporary wire. It's been out there about 20 years now, I think. You know how that goes. But anyway, yeah, that's about it. Everybody's sounding good tonight. I hope the microphone is doing okay. N5MOK, back to you.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, I was down the band a little bit, and I noticed I think I got it back up close to where I'm supposed to be. But you're sounding fine, as usual. Alrighty, let me get to moving here. Thank you, Mike. K5ZS, Danny, your turn.
All right. Hello, Jay, and everybody on the net. Kilowatt Echo 5 Zulu Sierra. I'm using a Kenwood 830S, driving a Kenwood 830S off there, and an RE27 mic, and a homebrew, just an inverted V at about 42 feet. And this 830S, if somebody emails me, I will take it to Marion. If not, I'm not going to take it. It looks beautiful, works great. I want $350, and I got an extra set of tubes and driver. And my call sign is ARRL.net is my email. Thanks for doing the net, and I love listening. 73s.
Okay, Dan. Oh, I slipped down the band again a little bit. And you probably ought to bring it to Marion for $350 if somebody doesn't snap that up. That would almost be a criminal. That's a great deal. Let me see. Shucks. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Danny. Steve, K0SCD. Go ahead. Well, let's see if I can figure out where the heck I am.
Yeah, get your compass straight, Jay. K0SCD and Tyler. Tonight I'm on my trusty Kenwood 520 and a Collins 30L1. A dipole up about 40-odd feet, and that's about it from Tyler, Texas. Everybody sounds great, and all of you are going to Marion. Have a good time. I got to go to Paris. K0SCD.
Okay, thank you, Steve. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that thing. It's been sitting there so rock solid for a couple hours, and now all of a sudden it decided to move around. I think I need to tighten down the VFO knob or something. Anyway, that's one of these things. Fellow just checked in a while ago. WD5IUO. Instead of IOU, it's, anyway, IUO. Go ahead, Larry.
Yeah, thank you, Jay, for letting me check in. I've been wanting to get on this network for a long time. I get up on 3900 every morning, and all the guys are telling me that I ought to try this, so I did it. Well, what I'm running is a TS520F. I got it 42 years ago, the day I got married, almost the same time. And I'm running in that. If I had to work on a little bit, I had to replace an FET, but got that going, and it has worked fine ever since. So I hope I'm sounding good out there to you. Also, I picked up at the Shreveport Ham show about a couple of years ago a DG
TS5, which is a frequency counter. I mean, it's just beautiful with the TS520S because everyone knows that the frequency shifts a little bit. And so what I do is I turn that thing on. We're around at 3869, 3870, flicks back and forth. So hopefully it sounds on frequency. Then I picked up a couple of years ago at a Hempfest, I picked up a 922 amplifier that matches the 520S Kenwood. Has a 3-500s in there. I think they're 500s or 5,000. No, 500s, yeah. And I rebuilt the thing. I had to take the sockets out and I put the Graphic tubes in it. It's running right about 1,400 watts PEP right now. And I drive into a inverted V that's about 45 feet on the tower. And I'm just having a ball. I really like this thing. Now, the only thing I have modded is a microphone. Is a PR781 high microphone. I've got the D104 and other things, but I don't have them hooked on right now. So I'll turn it back to Ed Control. Thank you for letting me in. WD5IUO in Carthage, Texas.
Okay, Larry. Good deal. Yeah, you're sounding fine down here. No problem. I think it's too bad you're not closer to Marion, but whatever. No, it's working great. Yeah, I'm running a 922 as well, behind a set of 820s, a receiver and a transmitter receiver, whatever. Anyway, it's a long story. Thank you, sir, and we'll look forward to hearing you some more. At this time, I think I'm going to give Rusty a shot and see if he can catch some, and then we'll go from there. So, WK5R, KM5QS, go ahead.
KM5QS, WK5R. Okay, Jake, now that I caught up with you on the dial there, hi. I've been chasing you all over the place there. Anyway, you're back on 3870.0 now. Anyway, I'm not running a vintage rig tonight. I'm staying off of the HT37 until I can figure out what to do about the sideband suppression there. Anyway, this is the TS590S. The microphone's an Audio-Technica AT2035. I'm driving the Homebrew GS35B amplifier into a Homebrew fan dipole with apex up about 50 feet. With that, I'll throw it out there and see who else is out there for the Bone Anchors Unlimited. Come now.
Kilo Echo 5 Quebec, KE5Q.
Now go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, good evening. This is KE5Q Jim in Plano, and we got a few static crashes over here, but copying everybody really good tonight. And I guess it's been the usual, what I've been checking in on for the last few weeks. I'm on the KWM2, and that's going into the 30L1. I'm using the Shure 444 mic into the Ultimax 8040 double bazooka antenna. So you're sounding good, and everybody's sounding good. So back to you, KE5Q. Appreciate it.
Okay, Jim, the connings are sounding great as usual there. Appreciate you checking in. Okay, who's next for the Bone Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
W5OZZ.
OZZ, go ahead.
This is WE5OZZ, New Caney, Texas, running a TS520 into a Heathkit HL2200, 444 mic, dipole at 65 feet, and I need a straight key, just a plain Jane straight key. If anybody's got a spare one, good in the call book.
Okay, would that be something like a J38?
Yeah, Roger.
Okay. The OZZ's looking for a straight key there. If anybody's got one, he's looking up in the call book there, under his call sign there, and shoot him an email if you got one. All right. Who else for the Bone Anchors Unlimited? Come now. I got so much static I can't get that one. Anybody else for the Bone Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Kilo 4 Juliet Papa Romeo, go ahead. Well, I got the call sign, but that was it. I guess I'm in the wrong distance from the storm system there. Did you copy that, Jay? Oh, Jay must have stepped out of the room there. Lynn, did you copy that?
No, I couldn't hear him, Rusty.
Well, K4 Juliet Papa Romeo. I got your call, but I didn't get nothing else. The storm covered you up. Well, you're making it over here on whatever you're talking on, and what little bit I can hear, it sounds fine. I can't get you through the storm there. You're not quite strong enough. You might try back again a little bit later, or next week. Maybe the storms will be not as bad there. Sorry, sir. Anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Well, I don't hear anybody, Lynn. Do you want me to see if Mike wants to try?
Sure, give Mike a shot at it.
All right, KL7CD, WK5R. Can you give her a shot, Mike?
Yeah, Rusty, I'll give it a try. That Kilo 4 station, I heard you're on a Yaesu rig. Give me the rig number, please. Oh, joy. Okay. All right, this is Kilo Lima 7 Charlie Delta on the Boat Anchors Unlimited net every Wednesday night at 7:30. If you want to check in with a boat anchor or without a boat anchor, you're welcome. I'm in New Braunfels, Texas. You want to check into the Boat Anchors Unlimited net, please come now. Anybody, anywhere.
Escape 5, Lima Romeo X-ray.
A5 Lima Romeo X-ray, go ahead.
Okay, thank you kindly for picking me up. I just fired up my Kenwood twin, so God only knows. I hope I'm in the neighborhood. I suspect so. It's great to know that you guys are in there. I was just over on the on my little AM net out of, it's mostly out of Houston to Dallas and the Austin area as well. So I'm a kind of just to show up at the party. So I'll join in listening, and hopefully you guys will, as always, I'll learn something, and it will be a great experience. This is K5LRX, standing by.
Okay, K5LRX, KL7 Charlie Delta. Solid copy here. What's your name and your QTH, sir?
Name's Jack Juliet Alpha Charlie Kilo. I'm in Austin, up on the hill there, overlooking the city, and at this height, even Austin looks good.
Okay, Jack, you're about 5 to 10 over here in New Braunfels, Texas. Thanks for checking in. Anything else for the net?
No, I sure appreciate you picking me up, and I hope you guys have a wonderful season. K5LRX.
Okay, K5LRX. I'll break with him and see if anybody else wants to check into the boat anchors. Come now. Last chance from KL7 Charlie Delta, New Braunfels. Anybody wants to check in? Anybody, anywhere? I think I've done my duty there, Lynn. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. Do I sound like I'm in the right place? What do you think, K5LYN?
You're right on as far as I can tell.
All right. All right. It's so noisy tonight. Maybe a lot of people have jumped ship. We went over an hour last week, and we've got a lot of great signals tonight, but the noise is pretty great, too. This is K5LYN. Lynn and Austin. I have switched rigs since the previous tour of duty. This is a radio called Cheap and Easy SSB, a homebrew single sideband transmitter from 1956 QST. and this was built in this 21st century by KG7TR in Arizona. His name is Mike, and sometimes he checks in when the skip is just right. And I've got it paired up with a Drake 2B with the Q multiplier peaked all the way up, trying to cover up some of this noise tonight. But let's see if there's anybody else out there lurking that would like to talk boat anchors tonight. This is K5LYN. Lynn in Austin, calling and listening. Well, the noise may be talking, maybe taking everybody out here. Anybody else out there wants to talk? We may be making our final round around the table to say 73s here. Anybody else out there lurking wants to talk?
Charlie Mike Kilo Mobile, if you can hear me.
Mobile, go ahead and talk to us.
W5CMK Mobile, and yeah, I just want to jump into the camp, guys. I'm still out running around the great state of Texas here, over close to the house. So, sound like y'all had a little short on participants, but I got a deer just ran across the road in front of me. So, 73, and thanks for picking me up, Lynn. This is W5CMK Mobile.
Okay, guy, yeah, 99% copy. I missed where you are. It's so noisy here. Tell us where you are in the mobile, over.
I am a little bit northwest of Kilgore in a little community called Liberty City, over.
Try me one more time. You're still in northeast Texas, right?
Liberty City. Just about 10 minutes from my house, about 10 miles from my QTH, over.
Okay, 10 minutes from your house. I got that. Yeah, you just took a real dip at the last transmission. The mobile's working fine, Guy. If it was a quiet night, you'd have a beautiful signal into Austin, so glad you came by to say hello here. Okay, last call on my part. Anybody else want to talk boat anchors? K5LYN, listening?
Hey, Lynn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to holler at Don OZZ if I can.
Go ahead and talk to him, Guy. Jay?
Yeah, WB5OZZ. Don, you still listening?
Roger, WB5OZZ.
Yes, sir. I just found a straight key laying underneath my deal that I'll put on top of that tuner when I see you at Marion.
Hey, great, thanks. WB5OZZ, same way.
Roger. Okay, Ken. Lynn.
Okay. Yeah, this noise is getting to us, isn't it? All right, this is my final call. I'm going to pass it around to the other guys, let them pick up anybody that's lurking or to say they're 73s. A lot of fun tonight. Great signals. Anybody need to talk to me? K5LYN. Listening?
But you're hot to trot.
Who is that?
Charlie 5 Delta Mike.
I'm not going to hear that person. I don't think. It's just too noisy here. Jay, why don't you pick it up, pass it on around, and we'll call it a day. K5LYN.
Okay, I believe, the static's in there, but Daryl, I'm pretty sure I can copy it. I'll have to turn some stuff up a little, but AC5 Delta Mike, and if I'm not mistaken, you're probably on a set of Kenwood twins.
No, sir, we're covered up by storms, and I'm just on this Kenwood 450 telling you that we will check in next week on the twins.
Oh, okay. You check in next week on the twins. Well, all right, that's fine. It is kind of rough conditions right now, though, but I got you down on the net.
Thank you. Talk to y'all later.
Okay, Daryl. Good deal. See you next week. KM5QS. Okay, Lynn. Alrighty, Lynn. I love this receiver.
Yeah, I've done my thing, Jay. Pass it around.
Oh, okay. Rusty, well, anyway, all you fellas out there, thanks for putting up with me drifting around the frequency tonight. It's moving down the band again. We'll have to work on this thing. At any rate, enjoyed it. It's been a great night. Looking forward to seeing everybody that's going to show up at Marion, and we're going to have fun. Not as much fun as we do at Belton, but it'll be close. See y'all then. Rusty, you close her up. KM5QS.
KM5QS, WK5R, Mighty Flankers. I tell you what, I must be one hop exactly from that darn storm, because it is killing me up here. I got all kinds of attenuation, everything I can turn on in this modern rig, and I still can't hardly hear anybody. Anyway, is there anybody out there left? You can give it a try and see if I can hear you before we close the net. Come now.
KE5ARQ.
ARQ, go ahead.
Everybody, it's James, Floresville, Texas. Nothing different over here. Got a Kenwood TS830S, sure 444 mic, inverted V about 40 feet. Probably be transmitting from my ham shack next week. Got mostly everything all buttoned up in there, so hopefully everything goes well this week. KE5ARQ, back to net.
Okay, 8:30 sounding good there. It's loud enough to get over the storm, but I ain't got many of that now. Appreciate you checking in. Anybody else out there left before I close the net? Come now.
Quick recheck. K5.
This is W5SLS.
Okay, was that FLS?
Yeah, Whiskey 5 Sugar, Lima Sugar, over.
Oh, SLS. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, I just heard his last call for check-ins. Not even sure which net I'm checking into, but I just wanted to hop in there and say howdy to everybody that's on the net. This is W5SLS.
Okay, this is the Boat Anchors Unlimited net, where we're all usually on the old glow-in-the-dark rig, but not all of us are on those. But if you're interested in what we're doing here, you're welcome to check in there. That's what you checked into the Boat Anchors Unlimited, over.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, I think I've checked into this net before. Yeah, I enjoy hearing all the boat anchors out there. I'm not quite running a boat anchor here, running a Flex 6500, but I am running an SP220. I guess that's kind of considered a boat anchor. But anyway, good to hear everybody out there. We'll turn it back over to the net. This is W5SLS. Thanks for letting me check in.
Roger, roger. Okay. There was one more station under him. Try it again.
Oh, it was just me, Jay, K5, Lima Romeo X-ray. I was just wanting to tell Jay that this is the Kenwood Twins. So there's the Kenwood Twins on the net tonight to make sure that they are not forgotten. They may be gone, but not forgotten. This is K5LRX.
I heard you, Jack. Thank you, Jack. I can hear you, but boy, I'm struggling with this noise anyway. Appreciate you checking in there, Jack. We'll catch you probably on the Geezer net in the morning. All right, last call. Anybody else before I close the net? Boat Anchors Unlimited net, come now. I hear nobody, and the noise ain't getting no better, so we appreciate everybody checking in, because Lynn, Jay, myself, and Mike, we all know what it takes to get these things on the air and keep them there. We'll look for y'all next week, and maybe the noise won't be as bad. So this is WK5R with the Boat Anchors Unlimited net, now closing the net and returning the frequency to normal amateur abuse. Whew.